Hello! Oh, lovely seeing you here. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the journey. If this is your first time joining, my name is Willow, and I react to music I don't know. Today, I have another coffee request. This one is from Madigan. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Today, I will be reacting to Melancholia by Dark Sarah. Something completely new, once again for me, pretty sure anyway. Nothing of that feels familiar, so I'll be jumping right into it, shall we? But before I do that, if you also have a request for me and you would like to either leave it in the comments, or if you would like me to get to it a little faster, there are links in my description below, one for coffee, like Madigan did, and I also have my Patreon in there. I also do Patreon requests. But anyway, I'll give more information at the end of the video, but for now, let's listen, shall we? Okay. That started unexpectedly. Oh, we're getting special effects. Oh, the design is giving really like Sakura Card Captor. Sakura Card Captor. Alright. Hallelujah. Ooh. So fake, that Hallelujah. Oh. Oh.
you. If I call for you, I want to talk to you. For here we are to set the world in flames for good. I truly feel I'm in a different time.
Oh, that was a nice build-up. Oh, interesting. Okay, that was really, really nice. Interesting. So, because at first when I saw, because it says Napalm Records, and I feel like the last few videos I've had from those records, Napalm Records, they always had that like big blast at the beginning, and I was like bracing myself for it. But then went straight into the song. So I don't know if it was like, you know, maybe they don't normally produce the video, or like I don't know. I mean, because clearly this was a bit more of an amateur made sort of video. I did enjoy the video though. I really, really appreciated the effort behind it. It was a bit distracting to me sometimes, just to me. Because I get distracted easily, but I mean it didn't take away anything from the song, clearly, but like I was paying attention to like the animation and stuff like that, and I was like, ooh, okay, cool. I really liked the idea of like cards to like introduce the members sort of thing. So I assume when this came out, I don't even know when this came out, I'll look it up and I shall know just now, but I assume when this came out they were quite a new band, like it must have been, this is 2020, so it's still quite recent, but like, yeah, so assuming this might have been their first release or something like that, and so like they're introducing the band through the cards. I thought that was really, really cool, a really good idea. So is there any lore, like any more lore behind it? Because I could see like all the musicians were like Raven, and then their names Raven. I was like, oh, they're all Ravens. And at the end she came up, Heidi, I think it said her name was, which, interesting, I thought it was going to be Sarah. Who's Sarah? Because at first we see her sing and I'm like, oh, she's like, she might be a solo artist, she's just done this in her basement, you know. But then obviously you see more members. It's like, okay, I guess maybe it's a band, but like or like it's her band, but then her name's not Sarah. Very confusing. But anyway, it's Dark Sarah, sounds cool. Well, but yeah, anyway, she was introduced as like Luna. So like I'm interested because like all the way through, I guess like the main thing that was also slightly distracting to me, I don't know if distracting is the best word, but because the lyrics were also on screen, and sometimes I was like, oh, the lyric that I hear, that I read is not the lyric that I hear. But then obviously I was like, well, then, you know, I just hear it wrong. But then also, like, I struggled to, like, sort of relate to the lyrics in a way. Like, I felt like the song, just in its structure, in its melody, and in her voice, like, she had a lot of emotion in her voice. Beautiful, beautiful voice. And I fucking loved the guitar solo. Fucking loved the drums. All of this, like, blended really, really nicely together, and it was, like, really emotional. But, like, reading the lyrics, I was like, I couldn't really relate to them or, like, understand them. Like, I was like, who is she talking to? And, like, there was a lot of, like in the chorus, it's like, I want to talk to you, talk to me and speak to me. I don't know you. If I call for you, I want to talk to you. Like, I think it was the transition between lines as a writer, you know, where I was like, I don't know which way we're going. It's like, I don't know you. If I call for you, like, to me, it sounded like there was something else coming. Like, if I call for you, will you answer? If, like, more like a question, more like, if I call for you, will this happen? But then it's like, if I call for you, I want to talk to you. Well, yeah. I guess it's like, if I call, then that means I want to talk to you. But I don't know. I felt like this whole, like, these 3 lines were just, like, a lot of repetition of, like, talking to one another. And, you know, it might make sense in, like, a broader sense if they have any law, which I think is the point I wanted to say at first. Yeah. So, like, maybe the lyrics in that sense, like, you know, follow a bigger story that I don't know of. But because, like, the lyrics were just so, like, the music, I mean, was so, like, sort of emotional and everything. Like, it felt like, yes, a call to, like, you know, feeling a bit desperate, or, like, even if it's a love story or whatever. But, like, I wasn't really sure what was going on. I think that was bothering me a little bit. But, like, you know, that's on me. I could reread the lyrics on their own and maybe try to make more sense of it, because obviously I was paying attention to a lot of stuff at the same time. Another point I wanted to bring is that at the end, I thought it was really, really cool. They brought back, like, a sort of like a rhythm in the background, like, with just the chorus went on and on again. They brought this sort of, like, rhythm kind of in the background, and I thought it was surprising at some point, like, because I was paying attention to that rhythm and I was like, oh, it's so cool. And then it suddenly stopped, but, like, it wasn't jarring or anything, but, like, it suddenly stopped, and then it was just this sort of, like, orchestral sort of moment, a bit more ambient moment, with the voice still carrying on as if it's, like, dissipating into some sort of void slowly. But anyway, musically, I really, really enjoyed the song. This is something I would listen to again. I've mentioned in previous reactions that I really, really enjoyed Within Temptation, and this was giving me vibes of Within Temptation as well, and I guess Nightwish in a way, but I'm more familiar still with Within Temptation. So anyway, really, really enjoy that. I would be curious to hear more from this band / artist. If you know who Sarah is, write it down in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of the song as well, what you think of the song and the band in general. If if you're on my channel and watching this video because you knew them beforehand, or if you're just discovering them as well, let's have a chat in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want to see any more of Dark Sarah. One thing it shows that Melancholia felt melancholic, and I love that. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you have a request for me, you can leave it down in the comments below, or like I said before, I have a Ko-fi page linked in the description below, and also my Patreon, where you will get early access to these videos, access to blocked videos, and access to some more exclusive content, exclusive reactions, depending on the tier that you choose. So you can check it out, also linked in the description below. And I also have another channel if you would just like to see more content from me because you think I'm good vibes. Slightly different vibes on my other channel though, because I do have another channel in which I talk about witchcraft, folklore, mythology, ghosts, you know, that sort of stuff. So if you're into that, you could check out my other channel. It's in the description below as well, and I also have a podcast. But for now, anyway, I will go, and I will see you all very soon in the next reaction. Bye!